You clicked on this video because you're tired of feeling stuck in an identity that you feel no longer suits you. Maybe you're quietly reinventing yourself, a new mindset, new goals. Or maybe just wanting to feel like the main character of your life again. Or maybe you've just watched the past 2 videos of me trying to break down how exactly does one achieve this mega rebrand, and to find out if I actually practiced what I preached and if I actually did it, to see if I actually kept my word. Well, I am thrilled to announce that yes, I actually did attempt a full-blown upgrade for the past 1 month. And yes, I made it out alive, and if I can do it, then you definitely can too. But if you've watched any of my past videos, then you will know this. Rebranding yourself, especially when no one is watching, is harder than it looks. I spent the last 1 month trying to rebrand and glow up like a celebrity, using lessons from your favorite icons and pop stars like Taylor Swift, Jenny Kim, Sabrina Carpenter, and Chappell Roan. And this is what I learned from my journey. Chapter 1. Why I did it in the first place. This challenge wasn't just about changing how I dressed or about posting prettier pictures online. In fact, I haven't even posted on Instagram for the past 6 years, so this definitely wasn't about that. But it was about feeling embarrassed. Embarrassed that the big dreams I had spoken of and my daily repeatable actions had no common ground whatsoever. Feeling so disconnected and unsatisfied with the version of me that I was at that time and how I presented myself to the world. It was almost as if I was numb, not really feeling anything, not really challenging myself. Maybe even just to avoid any form of discomfort or challenge or change. Felt kind of like a ghost, just passing by and not really living, until it hit me. I'm so embarrassed to say this, but it took me 23 years to realize that I only get this one life. This one, the one that I'm living right now. It's the only one I'm ever going to get. The only lifetime where I get to be me. And I have my duty to use it to do what I want, become who I want to be, and achieve whatever I want to. Because I don't want to be 80 and look back and think, I could have done that, or I wanted to do that, or my plan was to know. I don't want my life to be filled with buts, what ifs, and plans that have never been fulfilled. So I just decided that that wouldn't be me. It wasn't some dramatic moment where I was crying and helpless on the floor, but I was just simply no longer able to continuously accept this reality that I have gotten myself into. So I went in search for a solution, for a blueprint that has been done before, that will inspire confidence, femininity, and productivity. And that's how I started studying the celebrity rebrand. And let me tell you, what I found was literally like a lifeline, like a secret that was just hidden in plain sight. I wanted that power, that clarity, that magnetism that just makes someone unforgettable, and the confidence that drives someone to go after what they want, even if they're too scared or too afraid or have no idea what they're doing. So I built my own rebrand blueprint, just like the women I have admired. Jenny Kim, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan. Women who aren't just stylish, but intentional. Chapter 2. The first week felt fake. I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Trying to rebrand and reinvent yourself, it's not easy. You will feel like a fraud. The first week for my journey was full of internal resistance. I literally just dived straight in, changed my wardrobe, listed down all my goals, started practicing my new mindsets. But it just felt so unnatural. I literally felt so much resistance, and I guess I didn't know it at the time, but looking back now, I now know that experiencing resistance, it sometimes means that you're about to reach a breakthrough. That when you sometimes encounter something uncomfortable, you often have to push through the discomfort in order to get what you want. But at that time, it didn't feel like that yet. Like I was someone who was confident enough to go after her goals. I felt like a cosplayer or side character in my very own life. What got me through it? I remembered this. Confidence isn't something you wait for. Confidence is what happens after you show up, even when you're scared or unready, but you choose to keep showing up anyway. Chapter 3. Getting comfortable with the unknown. The second week was where it hit kind of hard, when the initial oblivious optimism and motivation just fades away and reality just hits you in the face. Just being in the face of change and being confronted head on with all my deepest, darkest fears was just too much for me. And if you've watched my previous video, then you would have seen the small snippet of myself just trying to rationalize and coming to terms with my own feelings. And I guess just trying to explain why I felt the way I did. Because honestly, I had just like lost touch of all my emotions, and I cannot even really put into words the mental struggle that I was in after living like that for so long and trying to make some active change. Even though I know what I needed to get done in order to achieve the kind of life I want, there was definitely some form of subconscious self-sabotaging going on that needed to be addressed. What you guys didn't see or what I didn't catch on camera was just me sitting down at my seat for literally 30 minutes and just having an internal monologue of just being like, just do it. No, I can't. Just do it anyway. I'm not kidding. I was literally tearing myself apart for the first few days. And I know it may sound dramatic, but it was so incredibly emotionally taxing. I really genuinely felt so defeated. I just wanted someone come in and take my place and do the things that I wanted to do or needed to do in order to achieve the dream life that I want, to become this person that I could always respect and look up to and always wanted to be. Just wanted someone to take over my life and get me through the hard parts, and I'll just come in at the finish line and be like, yeah, I did the work. I did this entire thing and I deserve to be where I am right now. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this is exactly what the journey of self-development and self-growth is. That there is no one here to hold your hand or no one coming to do the actions that you know need to get done in order to achieve this version of you that you want to be. This is literally my life. I'm the only person who can make that change. Anything that I want or don't want, I have the ability to decide that and go after it. So if you're on your own rebrand, glow up, or personal development journey, there will definitely be a time where you feel like you've just hit a wall and the mountain that you see right in front of you is too daunting to scale. But this is what I would advise you to do. Instead of looking at the whole mountain and being frozen in fear of not knowing how the heck you're gonna scale this entire thing, just refocus your vision to the immediate and next step. Yes, I don't know how the heck I'm gonna get to step 1000, but I do know how to get to step 1. So literally and metaphorically, just take baby steps. Because reaching your goal isn't just about magically waking up one day and realizing that you know how to do every single thing right, but it's about slowly taking action every single day. And one day, when you look back, you realize that you've already made it, that you've crossed the finish line, not by always taking perfect action, but just by not giving up. Chapter 4. Being comfortable with being alone. Now, something that no one really talks about, especially in the female personal development space, is that no one really talks about the loneliness of transformation. So when you have a goal that you want to achieve or a level that you want to reach, you will inevitably have to make some changes and sacrifices to your lifestyle or your schedule. And this may result in not being able to spend as much time with your friends, family, or loved ones. So instead of your usual Friday night drinks with the girls, your new 6 to 9 after work, working on projects, meal prepping, cleaning your house, working out, winding down to make sure that you get a proper good 8 hours of sleep every day. And that was something that I definitely experienced. Not so much with the friends part or like the going out to the clubs or the bars to drink, because I guess that really wasn't in my lifestyle in the first place. But I definitely felt it in regards to the amount of time I spent with my family, especially since I'm still living with them. So every time I said no or had to reject their proposals of going out for dinner or going out for brunch or meeting other sides of the family, I had to say no. I think even my sister said to me once like that I shouldn't be working so hard, that I'm still in my 20s and I should learn how to let loose and have fun and learn to manage my time better, I guess, and not spend every single waking moment on work. And not gonna lie, that did sting a bit. But it's just that I've entered this new phase of my life where I definitely do want to be more intentional with my time and actually try and pursue the goals that I've set with purpose and actively chase and go after what I want. I know that these past few weeks have been intentionally set aside to be a time of refocus and for growth. And I knew that going into it, I definitely did have to make certain changes into my schedules and how I spent my time in order to ensure that my priorities would get done. So naturally, this meant that I was also going through a lot of things alone. There were days where I felt like I was changing so much, where I could barely recognize the old me and that I felt I had made a ton of progress. But no one noticed. No one clapped, no one said good job, no one asked. But I realized, even when celebrities go through their rebrand, they don't start with applause. They start in the shadows when no one is watching, sometimes for years and even decades. So if you're thinking about going on your personal development journey, go into it knowing that you'll definitely be lonely at times and you will have to get comfortable with the idea of being alone. Now I know that may sound terrifying, especially for some of you extroverts and social butterflies out there, but it can truly be such a beautiful experience because it is a time where you can really allow yourself to be surrounded with your own thoughts and emotions to the fullest and learn to understand them and yourself more. The Jenny Kims and the Sabrina Carpenters of the world weren't always understood when they made bold moves. They were ignored, mocked, and sometimes even criticized. But they didn't wait for people to understand them. They just kept on working and becoming the version of themselves that they felt was the most true to them. So that gave me the courage to keep going even when it was lonely and even when I was going through it all by myself. Chapter 5. What I actually changed. So let's talk logistics. What did I actually do and achieve in this 1 month? I rewrote my entire daily routine in order to embody and really step into the person that I wanted to become. So that meant a lot less screen time, a lot more studying and intentionality, a lot less going out, and a lot more of working on my projects, even if it was alone at home. I formed many new long-lasting habits like posting on YouTube once a week, writing my scripts and planning what I was going to post, created new systems for everything, content, beauty, mindset, work, just everything. Practiced pop star level discipline, so that means staying committed to my to-do list and goals even when no one was there to cheer me on, no one was there to encourage me or tell me how good of a job I was doing. I still did it anyways without the need for external validation. Posting my videos even when no one was watching, when I had 0 likes and 0 views. But you know what the hardest thing was? It was letting go of who I used to be, even when she felt like she was my comfort zone, literally my safe space. Because on this journey of trying to step into the woman that I want to be, I inevitably had to let the old version of myself go. That version of wanting to lay in bed all day, take 3 naps, binge watching Netflix, going to bed late, waking up even later, just not really having a plan. I had to let all of that go. And it was so hard not to revert back to my old habits, but it wasn't impossible. This whole journey wasn't just about pretending to be a celebrity. It was about giving myself permission to be iconic and to finally take the main character role of my own life. Here's what I've learned. People will only take you as seriously as you take yourself. After all, how can people respect you if you don't even respect yourself? Reinvention doesn't mean becoming someone new. It means finally becoming who you were always meant to be. Let this be a time where you fully lean into yourself and commit to learning, growing, and becoming the person that you know you're meant to be. Your story gets powerful the moment you own it. There's only one you in this world. No one can do you like you can. Celebrity rebrands don't just happen because a stylist told them so. They happen when someone says, I deserve more. I'm going to be the kind of person who can have it. This is just the beginning for me because now I have momentum. I know who I want to be. I have a plan. And the most exciting part, I get to document it, share it, and invite you into it. So if you're watching this and wondering, can I rebrand too? The answer is yes, of course you can. Anyone can do it. You just have to decide that you're ready. And no, you don't need a new wardrobe or a new aesthetic. You just need to stop waiting and start becoming. And if you need more help, I have 2 videos that have already been uploaded to my channel dedicated to showing you how you can follow and achieve the celebrity rebrand on your own, as well as a whole entire playlist breaking down the mindsets and attitudes of all the it girls, the pop stars, and the icons of our generations. so that you can learn and implement their lessons into your own rebrand and glow up journey. You can take what you need and hopefully it will give you some kind of shortcut for your own journey. I can't wait to slowly share with you all the plans and the dreams that I've been working on, all the actions that I've decided to take, all the goals that I'm finally trying to work towards. I guess this is where documenting my life really starts. I can't wait to document and share it all with you guys. Until next time, take care of your heart, your mind, and your dreams. I'll see you in the next video very soon.